Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I'm going to tell you guys a little story, right? So, this is the story of when I had sex with my best friend's girl, all right? Now, this wasn't even necessarily his girl. It was the girl he was basically sort of trying to make his girl. He was feeling her and all this other stuff. But I ended up fucking her. Now, let me explain how this happened, right? And I want to, show you a little lesson in this video, right? So basically, I meet this chick off of OkCupid, right? So we go out, we go get a drink, and everything's cool, and this bad chick or whatever, and we talking, we flirting, we kissing. Next thing you know, I go back to her place and I smash, right? So next thing you know, after I finish smashing, right, I leave her place and my boy called me, my friend. So, he's like, yo, where you at? I'm like, I'm in the city. He's like, I'm at the spot, come through. So I came through to the spot, right? So we talking, we chilling. And he's like, yo, I've been seeing this bad, Spanish chick or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, I just came from this Spanish chick spot and, I just smashed. So we up there, talking about Spanish chicks for a second, right? So we in the spot, he's trying to show me a picture of the Spanish chick, right? But for some reason, while we're in there, his phone, the internet was all fucked up, so it was like taking long for like pictures to load or whatever it is. So I wasn't able to see the picture of the girl he's talking about, right? That he's been messing with. So he was like, fuck it, I'll show you later, right? So, we just chilling the rest of the night talking to other girls and whatever. And so as the night went on, he forgot to show me the picture and it was what it was, right? So next, fast forward like maybe a week and a half later or something like that, right? So, I call up my boy and I'm like, yo, what you doing tonight? We should go out to this spot or that spot, right? So this dude is like, he's like, yo, I can't. I'm about to go see that Spanish chick that I was telling you about, right? So I said, all right, cool, go do your thing. I just catch up with you some other time or whatever, right? So next, since he told me that he was going to do other shit with the Spanish chick he's trying to get with, I said to myself, oh, let me holler at that Spanish chick that I fucking, smashed, a week or so back, right? So I holler at the Spanish chick and I say, yo, what you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just chilling. And I was like, yo, what's good? I want to come and see you, whatever. So she's like, yeah, come through. I'm not doing nothing, right? So I go through to her house and then I smash again, right? So after I smash, I call my boy up because I'm figuring, well, it's late. He probably done with the date or maybe he's smashing the Spanish chick he went out with. I just wanted to see what was popping with him. So I hit this dude up after I smashed the Spanish chick, right? This motherfucker talking about, yo, man, I was supposed to go out with that girl and she flaked on me on the last minute. Right? So I'm like, oh, that shit is fucked up, blah, blah, blah. So I said, where you at? And he's like, I'm at the spot, the little club spot we go to. So I said, all right, cool, I'm going to roll through. So, just stay there, wait till I get there, right? So I get to the spot and, I told him, I was like, yeah, I just came from Shorty house, blah, 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 I just smashed it again. So he was like, yo, how she look or whatever and all of this shit. So then I show him the picture of the chick, right? And he fucking is like, yo, that's the same fucking chick I was supposed to see tonight. Like, what the fuck? Like, so it was crazy because he was mad, but then we both started laughing. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we was both talking to the same girl. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing was this. That night, he was supposed to go out with her, right? So when I called him and I said, yo, let's hang out. He was saying, yo, I'm going to go see the Spanish chick, which was the chick, right? So because he said that, I called the chick to try to see her because I was like, I ain't got no other plans. And when I called her, what must have happened was she called him to cancel on him to come see me. You feel what I'm saying? Because he told me how they were supposed to hang out and then she called him all of a sudden talking about how she feeling sick and yada, yada, yada. You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys this story is because I want to illustrate a point, right? What you got to understand is that when you're dealing with women, when you're first dealing with them, right? You want to make sure that you move fast. You understand? See, the difference between me and my friend was what happened was my friend, he was trying to, move a little slow, sort of. He was like, I want to play a little hard to get because she's bad, and I know a lot of dudes be trying to holler at her, so I don't want to come off as thirsty, so I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do this and I do that. You understand? So he went out with her, I think, like 2 or 3 times, and he never hit it. You understand? And the thing was, I hit it the first time I went out with her, and I hit it that next week, right? And it was because when I was, dealing with her, I was moving fast, right? See, even when I met her on the online dating site, right, I hit her up and we met that night. You understand what I'm saying? Because, I hit her up and then she sent me a message and I was like, what you doing tonight? She was like, oh, I'm not, I'm free. I said, yo, let's meet up tonight. You feel what I'm saying? So we met up that night and I smashed, right? And the thing is that since I was moving fast and since I'm doing all this stuff, she, and she basically had that experience with me of having sex with me and like enjoying the experience. That's going to, take more of her attention than what my friend was doing because he was moving a little too slow, right? And also on top of that, what you gotta understand is sometimes when you move slow like that, right? These chicks, what they do is that they start to elevate you to the type of guy they can see as a boyfriend, right? And a lot of times what girls do is they'll say, this guy seems like boyfriend material. I don't want to fuck it up by having sex with him too quick. You see what I'm saying? So she probably was looking at him like that. Like, oh, he seems like a cool guy. He seems like boyfriend material. I'm not going to fuck it up. But me, on the first date, I'm up there touching, feeling, tongue down the throat, palm on the ass. You understand? I'm doing all that shit. And she's good to go. She's looking at me like, this nigga, I can't fucking, you know what I'm saying? I can't be in a relationship with this motherfucker, but I'll have sex with him. You see what I mean? And it's because I was moving fast. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to understand that a lot of times when you're dealing with these girls, you got to move fast. Like if you meet a chick at a bar, try to fuck her that night. If you can't fuck her that night, try to fuck her the next day. If you can't fuck her the next day, try by the end of that week to have sex with her. You understand? So you want to make sure that you're moving fast. If you meet a chick online, move that shit along fast. Because what you have to understand is that she's getting hollered at by this guy, that guy, and that guy. So if you're moving a little too slow, what happens is that she sometimes, in some cases, she could basically forget about you in a certain way because if another dude swoops in and he's moving faster, she gets attached to him more. And then she wants to give more of her attention to that guy who she's connected with in that way. You see what I'm saying? So the way that she, this girl flaked on my friend to come fuck me because she's already had that sex with me. So she felt that connection. So she wanted to keep something going in that direction. She's not necessarily stop talking to my friend. You understand what I'm saying? She just sort of flaked on him at that moment and then came and saw me. Now, the thing is that as time would have went on, let's say if I kept fucking with her, or I kept I would see her maybe, probably, because after that time, I never really smashed her again. I just kind of was whatever. And she stopped calling me, and she actually did hit up my friend, and my friend eventually smashed later down the line or whatever. But, and after that, he was just like, whatever. But the point is that, it took him longer, and she flaked on him to fuck with me because I was moving faster. Now, in certain situations, that girl that you're sort of trying to be on some, let me play hard to get, let me try to act like this or act like that. What's going to happen is that another dude's going to swoop in, move faster than you, and then get her hooked on him faster. See, what's confusing about this is that I even had a dude hit me up the other day. He left a comment and he was like, Miss Locario, sounds contradictory because you were saying before that, you got to give a girl a sense of uncertainty. So how are you going to give her a sense of uncertainty if you're showing interest that quick? And see, what you guys have to understand is that there needs to be some sort of interest in order to spark uncertainty. So the thing is that when I smashed this chick on the first date, you understand, I didn't hit her up until a week and a half later, until that night when my boy was supposed to see her. You understand? So within that week or week and a half, right? That's the uncertainty being built based off of what happened before. You understand? You can't deal with a chick and show no interest and then think that's uncertainty. No, if you don't show any interest, she's just going to think you don't like her. And then she's going to move on and not really be thinking about you or fucking with you. There has to be a sense of, oh, this guy's into me, and then she has to think and wonder, are you still in? Is he still into me? You understand? So I just want to get that sort of like, out of the way. But what I want you guys to understand is that when you're dealing with these girls, you want to make sure you're moving fast. If you're moving too slow, a lot of times the chick, she's going to either lose interest, she's going to her attention's going to be elsewhere, to another guy who's actually moving faster. And then if things happen in a faster way with that guy, and she gets more connected to him and emotionally attached to him quicker, then she's going to sort of withdraw her attention away from you, and then shit might not go down how you want it to go down. She'll start flaking on you, she'll start trying to avoid you, all this other stuff, because now she has this new guy in the picture who basically, just went in. You see what I'm saying? So the thing was, when I met her, I went in. When he met her, he was sort of like trying to like do this thing where he was trying to get her to like form more of an attraction for him, and with that, that's cool, but it should happen a little bit more organically and naturally, as far as you showing interest and then backing away for the uncertainty, and then keep going and backing away, keep going, backing away. He was just sort of like from the jump trying to take it on some slow shit and moving so slow that another guy, myself, swooped in and, disrupted that shit he was trying to do with her. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to understand this aspect of the game. See, what happens is that, and I might have to do a whole nother video on this topic, but what happens is that a lot of guys, they'll try to move when dealing with women based off the premise of thinking that she doesn't value you in the first place. Meaning, they're doing things to create value. You understand what I'm saying? But what's happening is that at the same time, you're wasting a lot of time and you're leaving a lot of space for a guy who already understands his value not to just go in and do what he got to do. And then she's attached to him while you're sitting there busy trying to do a lot of shit to create value. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that's a whole nother, I could do a whole nother video on that. I'm going to have to do a whole nother joint on that just to break that down. But what I want you to get from this story and understand is that you have to, move quickly when you first start fucking with these chicks. Do not, try to do all this like extra, like, oh, I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to play these games, I'm going to do this to get her to feel it. No. You go in, you meet a chick or at a bar, you flirting with her, trying to make it happen that night. If you can't make it happen that night, you get her information, try to make it happen, the next day or 2 days from there, go on a date with her or whatever, or, or even if there was that spark there, just be like, yo, come through to the spot and, you make it happen. You understand? If you can't make it happen within that day or two, try to make it happen by that weekend. The thing is, you want to get from meeting her to fucking her as soon as possible. You understand? Same thing if you meet a chick online. You want to go from exchanging, you hit her up online, she hits you back, and you want to try to get her offline that day. Or you want to try to get her offline within that week to meet you so that you guys can actually make this shit happen. You see what I'm saying? Because especially if you really like a chick and you want to keep things going with her, you have to get her hooked quickly. You understand what I'm saying? Quickly. Because what you have to understand is that these girls are getting hit up by dudes all the time. So even if she's, liked you or whatever, or thought you was attractive or whatever it is like that, if another dude is coming through who she also thinks is attractive, who she also might like, right? He's going to get the play while you're busy there in the background trying to do all this extra shit. When you could have just did that extra shit from the jump, and then when that new dude came, she'd have been hooked on you. You feel what I'm saying? To the point where the new dude probably couldn't even make shit happen. So if my friend would have really just went in that first time and made shit happen, I probably wouldn't have been able to get to that girl to smash her and, go on a date with her and smash her that night. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, I still could have, you still could make stuff happen here and there. But a lot of times, if you're making shit happen with a girl, she starts to really, feel you, a lot of times she'll sort of dismiss other dudes off of the premise of thinking that, things could work out with you and her, but she really has that attachment to you at this point. When you got to understand, when you first meet a chick, or you're first talking to a girl, until she feels that sort of attachment to you to a certain extent, right? a lot of times she's sort of like neutral. It's not that she doesn't like you or think you're interesting, but to lose you wouldn't be that big of a deal because she don't really know you like that, and she's not really attached to you like that. You understand? But the thing is that what happens is that once you are interacting with her, and once you're dealing with her, right, that feeling of attachment gets stronger because you're actually having the experience with her, right? Versus a guy who hasn't really had the experience yet, but he's just sort of on the sidelines trying to create some sort of attraction through being unavailable, but she never really attached herself to you. You understand? It's like you're trying to get somebody to, or like, let's say somebody's trying to tell you, hey, I'm going to not give you this thing. And you're like, well, I don't care because we didn't even discuss this thing. I don't even know what that thing is. So like, who the fuck cares? Like, I'm not, like, there's nothing there I'm attached to for it to be a threat of it being taken away from me. You understand? So a lot of times, when you're dealing with these chicks, yeah, they might think you seem cool or whatever, but there's no connection there to where if you didn't call her again, it's not going to kill her. It's not going to make her feel a certain way because there's no attachment there. The thing that's going to get her attached is when you're fucking with her and you having sex with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? And especially if you're having some good sex or whatever, that's a whole other story. But if she's getting in that situation where she's doing that with you, that's a form of investment. She's invested in that situation because she's had sex with you. If she didn't have sex with you yet, and you're just some other guy that she's sort of dating here and there, and trust and believe you're not the only dude. You understand? The other guy who's making it happen, he's basically grabbing her attention more, and then you can get left behind. So I'm just saying that you guys need to understand that when you first fuck with a chick, you have to make sure that you are moving fast. All right? So that's pretty much it. Listen, if you guys have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.